Well, today we hosted our second annual Digital Health Investors Summit. 55% of the attendees were investors, another 30% were startup entrepreneurs, and the balance, about 15%, were industry leaders from all different segments of the digital health space. It was a group that exceeded 100 people in total. It was a lot of fun to watch so many people coming from such diverse backgrounds to join us today to continue the conversation around digital health. I think we got a terrific glimpse of the future of digital health and had an opportunity to hear about different trends, look at different payment models and how startups and investors think about how to help this sector continue to grow. And then finally we had a tremendous exit panel where we had representatives from Kleiner Perkins, Goldman Sachs, from a public company that recently went public, and a very late stage private company. And they all discussed the various exciting developments as we look to see where exit opportunities might be in digital health in the very near term. So we hope, we look forward to hosting our third annual Digital Health Investor Summit next year. And I think it's going to be an opportunity to continue this conversation with an ever-growing group of participants from all walks of this burgeoning young industry.
I was really impressed with the event today because it brought together a lot of different perspectives. I thought the variety of panels was excellent. The fact that people are thinking about the beginning of the process, how you create companies in the space, how you fund companies in the space, and how you exit companies in the space. It gave people a very holistic view of how digital health has evolved and where the future lies. And that's one of the things which makes digital health so exciting, the fact that there is a huge existing infrastructure that exists, but it's also one that most people admit is broken. And so there's the fix from within and the fix from without perspective. And I think you certainly have some people who are saying, yes, we can fix it from within. But the exciting part for us as investors is that a lot of people we're thinking about partnering with and talking to, they're people who want to revolutionize treatment and health from without. From the outside, I guess you could say, and create whole new products and services, especially those that give consumers the ability to take more control over their own health and well-being. That's the kind of thing which I can imagine having a bigger impact on a shorter period of time as compared to trying to fix healthcare from within. That's a tough problem. I would definitely recommend that my peers and founders attend the conference as well, because I think it's a great gathering of investors, of operators, of people from within the healthcare system. It gives you a pretty holistic perspective on what are the things I should be thinking about that affect my business and investments I may make now, and also what are the investments that I should perhaps be looking at, what are the spaces I should be caring about for down the road, and what is going to make this space work and what's going to make it hopefully be a huge success down the line.
I'm so glad I came. I came all the way from Washington, D.C. to be here, and it was a good thing that I did. I learned a lot about how serious this burgeoning field of digital health is really becoming. It's not, two guys and their dog in a garage anymore. It's really got enormous potential. I think the way that the investors and startup entrepreneurs are focusing on solving real problems that have significant upside potential over the long run, and they're savvy about understanding where to position themselves in the marketplace is very interesting to see. I think that startups would find it fascinating to see what investors are thinking and how they're going to be evaluating them, and then investors themselves would be quite interested. One of the reasons that I particularly wanted to come is because I'm a health information lawyer, both inside and outside HIPAA, and I understand that while there's this tremendous innovation in the digital health space, there's also a crying need for deeper understanding of the way that the health privacy laws can affect people in terms of realizing their dreams or crushing them. And so I'm eager to be a part of that as well.
I thought the conference was great. I had a good opportunity to moderate a panel with a pretty diverse group of people, one representing a really large payer, one representing a big self-insured employer, a very innovative one, Google, and then two venture capital firms, both GE and Montreux, equity partners. And it was a really interesting panel because we got to hear a lot about what it is that they're actually buying, what are the things that they want to purchase, where are they finding value in the marketplace. And so I think for the entrepreneurs in the room, they can understand a little bit more about their pathway to market, and from the investment standpoint, what are these guy's really interested in investing in. My big takeaways from the day's meeting were really from the exit panel, was the one that I was probably paying the closest attention to. As an investor at Rock Health, we're very interested in exits as well. And so it was very interesting to hear the perspectives from somebody in Goldman in banking who's taking a lot of these companies public or working on the M&A activity. And to hear John from Castlate sort of describe the threshold for what an exit opportunity looks like, talking about a 75 million run rate revenue company with 20% growth and a market with a lot of headroom, was really interesting to have him define that very, very clearly. And then Dana Mead from Kleiner offering a different perspective of maybe you don't need to be that big. Maybe you should be 20 to 40 million, looking at $200 to $400 million IPOs versus the big $1 billion exits. So I thought we got a really good diversity of opinion, and Rock Health, we just really want to see lots of exits. So it was good to hear that we can see both smaller ones and potential for some larger exits. I would definitely encourage people to attend, and I think the reason why is because the first set of slides that were shown were really about the diversity of the audience. It was about roughly 70% investors, 30% entrepreneurs, and a little bit of other. I don't know which side they pulled, which part of the pie they were pulling from. So it was a really diverse and interesting group. I know I had an opportunity to meet some very, very fascinating people, both entrepreneurs who got deep product, like rich product history at Apple and Sony, and some really interesting investors from True and Montreux, GE, everywhere else. So it's great.